Hello, hello, hello. Hi. How are you? Uh, how is everyone today? I hope you're doing well today. Well, as well as you can. If you're not doing that great, then hope your day gets better. And if it's the end of the day, then you know, good night to you. You deserve to sleep good, even if you had a rough day. There's always another day. You'll wake up and then it'll all be better. Well, it's a little bit optimistic, but that's what you want to hope for. Or maybe not. Maybe you're just a masochist or a sadist, and you love being in that position, huh? Huh? Okay, well. Besides that, uh, today is a day. For sure, it is a day today, and I wanted to talk about something I really like. I've been keeping it since it didn't come last week, but I'm actually a really big fan of One Piece. Comes out every week. I've been caught up for 2 years at this point. So yeah, this has been a long time coming, but I did want to do a review on the chapter. Not like a I'm not gonna tell you what happens in the chapter. You go read it. Go read the chapter, the new chapter. I think it's 1068. I'm pretty sure that's the new chapter. And yeah, if you like if you like One Piece, like I do, and you haven't read the chapter yet, then you can just not watch this video, I guess. Spoiler warning because I'm gonna be spoiling the chapter. And yeah, I guess I'll start off with the chapter. I thought it was a good chapter, honestly. Probably like an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. It's it's still a bit like it's dwelling in my mind for now, so it's nice. I read it yesterday, but wasn't able to record yesterday since I fell asleep, but yeah, it was a good chapter. I liked it overall. Rob Lucci is you know, I'm not gonna say he's my favorite antagonist, but he's another character that I've been waiting for Oda to bring back since the time skip. You see him at the end of Dressrosa, but this is the first time we've really seen him since yeah, since Dressrosa basically, or even like Wano, but Wano he didn't really show up in it. It's kind of like a cameo, but this one he's in it and like, oh my gosh, just I'm already skipping to the end, but yeah, him meeting with Luffy is like something I've genuinely been excited for. I've been waiting for this moment like more than any other meeting. Maybe even like I would say the only like thing that's equal to this would probably be Luffy meeting Shanks or Blackbeard. Those are the only ones that are equivalent to this. But I've really been waiting for this reunion. It's got me really excited. Besides that, Vegapunk consistently being one of the best characters introduced. Honestly, he's really cool. I'm not gonna lie. He can teleport. Like, come on, that's something Law only Law can do that. But he has like he's just that guy. He can do it if he thinks it up, and I think that's cool, honestly. Besides that, yeah, this chapter kind of showed us CP0 a little bit more, giving us a little bit more personality on them. And I think it's very cool to like genuinely be able to see like more about CP0, especially some of these higher up members because like especially with like when we first got introduced to CP9, the thing that made it interesting was having like their previous identity and then like what they were like afterwards. Like that's what we got to see in Ennius Lobby is like how they act like outside, and it made them like not more relatable, but you could understand them a little more. And I think giving them this little bit of personality that they showed in this chapter was very nice. Especially since the previous CP0 agents we kind of like they're kind of just like they're kind of there, to like move the plot along, but these ones seem a lot more important. Like the roles a little bit more defined. Obviously having Kaku and Lucci back and Stussy, of course, members we've already met. Like we already know their personality, and having them all together now, like as working as actual agents is cool. Uh, I forgot there was also like Kuma showed up, and oh my gosh, I don't even know what to think about Kuma. Like some people were saying, from what I saw, like previously, not from this chapter, but some people have been saying that Kuma's going to come save Bonnie, or he's gonna be part of this arc, and I don't I don't think that's what's gonna happen. Like, yeah, sure, Kuma's there, but he's like at this point he's not even like a human anymore. So I don't think he can really do much to help out like Bonnie. Not to mention the fact that his Seraphim counterpart is also there, which like come on, what is he gonna do against that? Like that thing's gonna wreck him, honestly. Oh yeah, and also like if Rob Lucci does end up fighting Luffy, I was seeing some people were trying to downplay Lucci a bit, but he's he's like he was already like on Luffy's level, like he was above Luffy in the time skip. Like the reason why Luffy beats him is because he surpasses his own limits, and you end up with the cool scene where at the very end of Enies Lobby, Luffy uses Jet Gatling, which is still one of my favorite finishers to this date. Like I rewatch that anime clip every single time because, well, not every single time, but every now and then because such an iconic moment. And yeah, you get to see Luffy going all out. You don't really see him do something like that, like ever since Lucci, and it makes it a lot more memorable. So I think for that reason alone, I doubt Oda's just gonna have him be like, you know, kind of like useless. Like, sure, he can't beat Luffy at this point. There's not many characters that can beat Luffy at this point, and I don't think Oda wants to make Luffy like, have Luffy lose again, or have Luffy get caught off guard when he's clearly like he knows how powerful someone like Lucci is. I don't think he's gonna do that. So if they do fight, I have a feeling Luffy's just gonna smack him. Like he's not gonna one shot him, but he'll beat him. He'll beat him for sure. Unless like Lucci tries doing something like retreating, which I think he could probably pull off something like leaving the fight scene, since Luffy's not necessarily the smartest person. If Lucci does something tricky against him, I feel like that might work. Like he doesn't really have any beef with him right now, so I don't really see him going after him, especially with like with how people were trying to say Atlas gave him food and stuff. I think sure he might fight him, but I I don't know if he's gonna like necessarily like full on fight unless Oda wants to realistically have them fight, which I don't think he does at this point. Not with how he's setting up these uh these encounters as of recently. Like if you think about it, back earlier in the arc, against someone like Lucci, not against Lucci, but against Vegapunk earlier in the arc, he didn't make the Straw Hats fight the Vegapunk that came out, which was Lilith, right? Or yeah, Lilith. And so I don't think he's gonna make the Straw Hats or someone like Luffy fight Rob Lucci right now. He might even use the Seraphim, to be honest, because as we saw previously, like the Seraphim can take on basically can take on Yonkos, honestly. So yeah, if uh if anything, I feel like Rob Lucci will use the Seraphim to like distract Luffy, and then head on his way, because at the end of the day, he Lucci knows how strong Luffy is. He's not gonna try to fight Luffy, especially when he knows like there are higher priority targets like Vegapunk for one. And yeah, basically that's all I have to say for now. Again, I like the chapter a lot, and I think Egghead is one of the best arcs that Oda has come up with in recent times. And since the time skip basically. I think this is like gonna be one of the best that he comes out with by the end of the series, honestly. We'll just have to see how things wrap up though. But anyways, have a good day and yeah, goodbye.